kids, it's the Missing and Fly here, hope you're well. Something a bit different for you this time. I'm going to do a bit of work on the old GS. Bought myself some crash bars, some SW Motech ones, and I'm going to fit those today. So I thought I might as well video it and show you how that goes. Stay tuned. So first things first, what's included in the pack and what do we need to do this job? So first of all, we can see over on the left I've got the torque wrench and the sockets. Then we've got the kit itself. As you can see, there's a whole variety of nuts and bolts and washers and connectors that come with it, a few plates as well, and then of course there's the crash bars themselves. So there's not too much to it, but as I say, it all feels very well made, so hopefully it should go together quite straightforward. So let's see if that's true. So according to the instructions, this is obviously the left side of the bike as you're sitting on the machine. And this is the left engine bar, so I'm just going to hold it up there and see roughly where she's going to go. So she's going to go on there in this sort of fashion, which should provide a good bit of protection for the machine. There are various spaces and so on to fit in there as well, and that's the first part of the job. So stick around, stay tuned, let's see how it goes. So first things first, and that's to disconnect this main. There's like a connecting rod in here with a Torx connector on the top. If we zoom in there, hopefully you can see it's one of those type of star-shaped connectors in there, which BMW really love. So I've had to go out and buy a special tool that enables me to do that and get that undone, and then take that out. So let's give that a try now. So if I just show you now, what I've done there is taken out that main connector. That was the original connector. As you can see, it's got some blue thread lock on there from where it went in. To keep that safe together with the original connecting nut, it's got this rather groovy sort of bearing-like washer attached to it. Keep that safe because might want to if I ever want to put the bike back to stock, then I'm going to have to put that back in. And then this is the replacement piece that SW Motech provides you with. That obviously goes through there with the relevant washers too, and some spacers so that we can fit these in the correct position. So we'll just find the right spaces now, and we'll start to offer it up onto the bike. So that's the top, the connecting rod and the spacer where that's going to go. Just a position there for now, nothing doing up yet. And then the next connector is down here, and that's going to go onto here, where there. I don't know if you can see it, possibly can't, but there's an existing bolt, so I need to take that one out and replace that with the one that we're going to use to actually connect that on there. So that's the next job, is to take that off. Okay, remove this. One side. And find the right, once again it's one of those Torx connectors. I think it's this one here that we're going to remove, and we're going to have to find obviously the right fitting Torx to do that. So let's do that now. Okay, so here we are with the Torx connectors. It looks like that's the one, nice solid fit. That's the T45. Put that in there then, and just give that a few winds off. Okay, that's not in there anywhere near as tight as the other one was. It's fine. There she comes. Quite. Not as loose as it looks, obviously. Much longer than I anticipated. Okay, there we go. We've got the washer for that as well. Perfect. We're going to replace that with this one, which annoyingly isn't the Torx connector, it's just a large Allen bolt. I'm going to go in there, just make sure she fits. She does, and we've got a new washer for that as well. Fine, so that's the next one to go in there. I'll just leave that handy for in a minute. Okay, we'll work our way around and do the next few, and then once we're ready, we'll position it all up nice and loosely before we tighten everything up. Okay, so that's the basic bar, just loosely fitted on. We've not done anything up tight yet. We've just put the spacers in and just positioned it where it's going to sit. For this last item, we need to actually make up a bracket here that fits on here, up under in this direction. So we just make that up now, and then we should be good. For that side, won't tighten anything up until I've fitted the other side in a loose way as well, because of course this bolt here goes all the way through the bike, so we want to tighten those up at the same time, and we'll need to put a little bit of thread lock on everything as well before we do that, just to make sure nothing comes away. So that's the next job, putting the bracket on. Okay, so that all turned out to be a bit of a faff to get all the positioning right, as these things often are. But there we go, there she is, that's what she looks like when she's on. Nothing's done up yet, I haven't put any thread lock on, which I will do to make sure the thing's solid. But even just as it is in this sort of loose way, it does already feel pretty solid, as you can see. So I think that's going to be really, really good in terms of its sort of fitness for purpose. So we'll leave that position there for now. I'll do the other side, I won't show you me fitting that because it's just the same thing again. And then when we're ready, we'll tighten it all up and we'll be good to go. Okay, onwards and upwards. Right, so there we go, that's that side on as well. Again, just loosely put in here, all the bolts and nuts just loosely hand tight on, just to make sure she fits, and she does, and again, feels pretty solid, even though nothing's tight yet. So the next job then is to go around everything with a little bit of this, a little bit of thread lock. This is a medium thread lock, so it's not so sticky that you can never get them undone again, but it's just enough to make sure things don't work loose on their own. And then using the settings that came in the instructions, go around every single one with a torque wrench and make sure we've got them absolutely at the right tightness, because obviously this, as it goes with the engine mounts, has to be right. We don't want it too tight and we don't want it too loose. Okay, so that's the next job. Stick around, nearly done. Okay, so I've just been round all these bolts and nuts, just nipping them up with the tool to make sure that everything's nice and tight. Last one to go now, so just into here. So a little bit of the old thread lock, just to make sure she doesn't come off ever. Well, unless I mean her to, that is. And then we're good. Okay, and these ones not super tight, but tight enough. Okay, so that's that. That's the last one. Okay, nicely done. Good job. Save yourself a few quid. No great hassle. Good stuff. So there we have it. Just a few tools to tidy up, and then we're all done. So there we have it. Crash bars on. Look forward to giving them a try out. So that's it for now. Until next time, this has been the Written and Fly. Cheerio.